Hi, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the Mind, Body, Soul Summit this weekend. So, my name's Debbie Lawrence, and I'm a Reiki Master teacher and a holistic therapist. And I educate people around the use of essential oils for their emotional and physical health. So, I'm going to take you on a journey today with essential oils, just so you can find out exactly how easy it is for you to use essential oils for your own health. So there's a little screen about me. I'm a wife and a mum to two girls who are now in their 20s. And I've been working in this field for 17 years. And I'm really on a mission to help people to align with their inner wisdom, their unique gifts as healers. So I'm all about empowering you with natural solutions that you can use for your health. So the goal of this little mini class is to teach you three things about essential oils, three ways you can use them. And I'm going to go through at the end, not how you can get them into your home, but I'm going to go through how you can continue working with me on this journey. So first of all, three things about essential oils. First of all, they are safe. They're 100% natural. And so they're so safe for us to use without the side effects that we can get from some medications. Now, this is what this workshop's all about, because you need to use them with a bit of common sense, and then you have no problems at all. Now, first of all, the most important thing I can probably teach you about essential oils is that they are the immune system of the plant. So they're the part of the plant that protects it from viruses, bacteria, fungi. Think about everything a plant goes through in its lifetime. Now, it can't run away from danger. So it's had to develop a really powerful form of defense. And that's what we find in the essential oil. Now, because we're carbon based, just like a plant, our body recognizes it and knows what to do with it in exactly the same way. So when you're working with a pure therapeutic grade essential oil, you've got a really powerful form of plant-based medicine. Now, I've aligned with a company called doTERRA because I didn't actually realize before this that not all essential oils are created equally. Now, on the high street, you can buy essential oils, anything from £1 in the pound shop right the way up. Now, the problem we've got is that most essential oils that are available for us to buy have been produced for the aroma. So they may have some as pure essential oil in there, but the regulations state there has to be between 2 and 12% essential oil in the bottle, and then they can fill it up with whatever else they need. So the things that I'm going to be telling you about essential oils today is based on the assumption that you're using a therapeutic grade pure essential oil. Now, these oils are very powerful. They're 50 to 70 times more powerful than the herb that it comes from. So that's why we don't need an awful lot. 1 or 2 drops per application is all we need. And I'm going to go through how you can use them safely in this workshop. So we're going to go through 10 different oils today. The first one is peppermint. Now you can see on the screen there, we've got our bottle of peppermint, and next to it, there's 3 circles. There's an A, a T, and an I. And that shows me the ways that this particular oil can be used. The A means it can be used aromatically. The T means we can use it topically. And the I means this one has been certified as safe for internal use. Now, please don't use any old essential oil internally, because it might be dangerous for you. It could be one of those adulterated oils and you don't know what you're putting in your body. So unless it says on the bottle that it can be used internally, then please don't. Now, the peppermint, why we would use it, it's very energizing. So I like to leave the bottle of peppermint by my bed. So when I wake up in the morning, I can put a drop on my hand and I can rub my hands together and breathe it in. And very quickly, those oils start getting into my body, making me feel more alert, more awake. It's like it lifts any brain fog that you might be experiencing. And it also promotes clear breathing. As you breathe it in, if you've got any congestion at all in your sinuses, you'll feel pressure where it's congested. And as you continue to do a couple more breaths, you'll feel that pressure start to loosen. And what's happening is the essential oil is breaking down that block in the sinuses. And if you've got a cold and you've got a really streaming nose with it, then peppermint actually tricks the body into stopping overproducing the mucus. So it can really take away that symptom of a cold quite quickly. It's also amazing for your memory. I remember when I had a cold a few years ago and I was trying this out, everything just started becoming really crystal clear and sharp. Now, peppermint also cools down the body when it's put topically on the skin. And this happens within a couple of minutes of using the oil. So if you're feeling really hot, maybe you're hormonally getting these hot sweats, then actually using some peppermint just on the neck, maybe with a carrier oil, just helps to cool the body's temperature down. It's one we use a lot for digestive issues as well. So you could put a drop in some water and drink it, and it's really soothing for the digestion. I quite like it after a meal, just to help me to digest the meal quicker. And it's also known for relieving head tension. So you'd get a little bit of carrier oil, and we're going to talk about the ways in a moment, and you'd put a drop on your hand with the carrier oil, and then you just run it across your forehead into your temples, and then round the back of the ears, just to open up all those capillaries on the head to really shift that tension that you're feeling there. The second cool thing about essential oils is they are extremely effective if you're working with a pure therapeutic grade essential oil. Now these ones, the doTERRA ones, are actually the most tested, most trusted oils you can buy, which is why I've aligned with them. Every single batch goes through, I think it's 15 different tests, and in those tests then there's a multitude of other tests. So they are the most tested oils, which means that we can be sure that every single time we're getting the same quality of oil. Now, some people even go as far as to say with some situations, essential oils can be more effective than the modern health approaches or modern approaches to health. And a good example of that, in the picture there on the screen, you've got a picture of a cell. On the outside of that cell, that little purple blob there is a bacteria. And inside the cell there, we've got a virus. And that's because that's what happens in the body. When we have a bacterial infection, it tends to be floating around in the bloodstream around the cells, whereas a virus does cross through into the cell. Now, with bacteria, we've got medication like antibiotics that we know work really well killing bacteria. But the problem is we've overused these antibiotics, and the bacteria is becoming or has become resistant to our antibiotics, which means we have to keep using stronger and stronger antibiotics each time. And that has a really detrimental effect on your gut flora. Now, 80% of your immune system is actually in your gut. So if you're taking antibiotics a lot and you're killing off all of the bacteria, the friendly ones as well, then your immune system is going to lower. But we've got essential oils that can do the trick just as well, that don't affect all of the gut flora. Now, with viruses, like I said, they cross through and they're actually inside the cell. So antibiotics don't help because they can't get to where the virus is. Most of our medicines are water soluble, so they can't cross through that fatty layer that surrounds a cell. But essential oils are lipid soluble, which means they can easily cross through into directly into the middle of the cell and bring the benefits where we need them. So that's why I think for some instances, essential oils can even be more effective than the medicines we've got available to us. Now, at the bottom of the page, you see a blend called On Guard. And this is a blend of wild orange, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary. And these are really powerful immune boosting essential oils. And you can see there we can use it aromatically. That's the little A, topically. So we're putting it on the body, or we can use it internally in a glass of water or in a diffuser and have it diffusing in the air around us. And this is really going to help to promote a healthy immune function. If you've got a sore throat, then it can be very soothing for the throat with a carrier oil topically on the throat, or you could even put a drop in some water and gargle with it, or you could take a drop and swallow it down. It's very cleansing for the home. So you can make a really powerful cleaner for your home with Castile soap, which is a natural oil-based soap. And you could add 10 drops of your On Guard into a glass spray bottle with some Castile soap, fill it up with water. Or you could be cleansing for your hands as well. You could mix it with aloe vera gel, a little bit of water to get to the right consistency, and add your On Guard. And then you've made a hand cleansing spray as well. The third great thing about essential oils is that they are affordable. Now, they are more affordable than traditional medical care. In the UK, we're fortunate enough to have the NHS, and we do get our items, we only pay for the prescription. I think each line now is around £9 for each item on the prescription. But so even so, essential oils work out more affordable, because take this bottle of lavender at the bottom. So that costs £18, and it's got 250 drops of essential oil in there. Now, you remember I said you only need 1 or 2 drops each application. So we're talking pennies per dose here. And you've got that bottle of lavender that you can use for other things after as well. Whereas with the medication, once you've used it up, it's gone. So talking about lavender, we can use it, you can see, aromatically, topically, and internally. Lavender is very calming, calming for the mind, calming for the skin. So if you're feeling particularly stressed, lavender is a really good one just to use aromatically, breathing it in. It's really good for getting rid of angry thoughts. But it's also calming for the skin. So any itchy skin conditions, maybe you've been bitten by an insect and it's itching and playing you up, that would be another one. Maybe you've been out in the sun, obviously not this time of year, but when it does, the sun does shine again and we get a little bit too much sun damage, then lavender would be really soothing to put with a carrier oil on top of there. There's so many uses for these oils, but I'm just giving you a little snapshot today. Lavender has also got natural antihistamine abilities as well. So if you do suffer with seasonal problems, then lemon, lavender, and peppermint is our antihistamine trio of oils. So let's look a bit deeper at those 3 ways that we use them. So the first way is aromatically. So that's when we're breathing the essential oil in. Now, when you breathe in an essential oil, very quickly it gets taken through the nose into the limbic part of the brain. From there, it sends a response to the hypothalamus, which floods your body with the hormones that you need. So very quickly after breathing in an essential oil, there's a chemical change happening within your body. So it's actually the fastest way to support the mood is breathing it in. So it could be as simple as putting a drop on your hand, like I've been showing you, rubbing them together, sitting quietly and just taking a few deep breaths. You could also mix it with a carrier oil and put it onto the skin. You're still aromatically using it, even though you're topically using it as well in that scenario. You can also buy something called a diffuser. There's one in the picture there, and they're brilliant because you can fill them up with water. You can put your drops of essential oil in, 3 or 4 drops of essential oil, turn it on, and a vapor comes out into the air carrying the essential oil. And then you get benefits for the whole family because you're all breathing in the properties of the oils. So On Guard is a really good one this time of year to be diffusing in your home every day. Topical is when we're putting the oils topically on the area of concern. So it might be that you're feeling particularly tense in your shoulders and you want to massage in some oils. So you're topically putting it on where you feel that tightness. Or it could be that you've got something going on. Maybe you've got a fungal foot infection. You'd be topically applying the oil. It could be that you're just feeling stressed and you want to put it on your pulse points. And when I teach about the oils, I do like to teach about meridians in the body. And the meridians that run down your forearm goes directly into your heart. So for stress, this is a lovely place to topically apply the oils, getting them where we need them, but you can also breathe it in and smell them that way. And the third way, which is quite controversial in the UK, less so now, but when I first started teaching about essential oils, people would say, well, you can't take essential oils internally. So I went on a big deep dive into this just to make sure that I was teaching something that was safe for people to do. Now, in the UK, we very much follow the UK method of aromatherapy is topical use. In Germany, it's aromatic use, and they're much more used to using the oils aromatically in a diffuser. And in France, one of their main ways of using the oils are internally. Now, because of the purity of these oils that I'm talking about today, we have the luxury of being able to use all 3 ways. So aromatically, topically, or internally. But when I talk about internal use, I'm talking really about teenager and above. I wouldn't give them to a young child internally, just because there's a high concentrated amount of the oil in one go. You can use it in your cooking. You could put a drop in a bottle of water. If you're doing it in water, a bottle of water, always use glass or metal because the essential oils can draw the toxins out of plastic. You could buy veggie capsules, which is in the picture there, just next to the eye. And these are empty capsules that you pull apart, you put your drop of essential oil in, then you pop it back together and have it with a glass of water. So they're really handy if you don't like the taste of the oil, but you're quite interested in exploring the benefits of it internally. Some oils you can put straight under your tongue. I say some because there's some that you wouldn't want to. So oregano is really powerful immune support. But if you put it under your tongue, you're going to find that it's a hot oil and it's going to feel not very pleasant at all. So that would be when a veggie capsule would come in. Something like frankincense, which I use daily for immune protection, I put it on straight under my tongue because it's not a nasty taste. So it's just really working with somebody like myself, and you can find ways that you can use them based on what's going on for you. So frankincense, that's the one I have every day, or one of the ones. Frankincense is very calming. It helps you to feel connected, centered, calm. It's very well known for its anti-aging properties. So we see it a lot in skincare products where you can make your own skincare. You get a really good quality frankincense like that one in the picture, and you can mix it with fractionated coconut oil or any sort of carrier oil, which is a vegetable-based oil, and then just put it here in the areas where you need that little bit of extra help. So I do that every day, and then I'll put my moisturizer on top to take the oiliness away. But I also use it internally, and that's because it really helps our cells to perform optimally. So that's great if your immune system's a bit low, then this really gives quite a good boost to that. Yeah, there's lots of reasons. We don't always know what's going on inside, do we, until it's too late. And I use frankincense every day just so that I know that I'm doing the most I can for my body on a cellular level. The next oil is lemon. So lemon we can use aromatically, topically, and internally. Think of lemon as a cleanser for the body, cleanser for the home. So it's really nice to have a drop of lemon in a glass of water first thing in the morning. Now it can be warm water, it can be cold water, it doesn't matter which. Lots of people do put the fruit in water every day. It kickstarts the digestive system and it's very supportive of your liver. The problem we've got with the fruit is it's very acidic, and dentists worry, or they do say that it can take the enamel off your teeth if you use it too often. Well, there's no acidity in the essential oil, so you can be safe putting your drop of essential oil in your water without having to worry about the effects on the teeth. And for the home, it's really good for cleaning. So again, you've got your Castile soap, put your drops of lemon in there, and it's good for getting up sticky marks. Oregano and tea tree I've put together because they're really powerful antiviral, antibacterial essential oils. They're actually oregano is one of the most powerful, potent essential oils that we've got, and we've used it for thousands of years, centuries in our traditional practice. It's full of antioxidants, so it's really good for cleaning up the body on a cellular level. It's going to support your immune system, your digestive system, and your respiratory system. And it can be used to reduce inflammation topically onto the body. Now, we call it a hot oil, so never use oregano neat. I always recommend that you always mix essential oils with a carrier oil. There's a couple of reasons for that. The first one is it stops you developing a sensitivity to the oils, which if you use them neat over a long period of time, you can develop that sensitivity. And once you've got it, there's no going back. So it's better off just not to do that. But secondly, as well, with topical use, by bringing in a carrier oil, it holds the essential oil on the skin. So the effects actually last longer. With an oil like oregano, 100% never use it neat because it's a hot oil. Most people are sensitive to it and it will give you a bit of a rash. Now, if you have forgotten that and you've put your oregano on and then you've remembered because you're starting to feel hot and itchy, just get your carrier oil, your vegetable oil, pour some on, wipe it off with a clean towel, and that reaction will go down really quickly. Tea tree is another really good cleansing oil. So you could use this if you've got the odd blemish come up on your face. You can put a dab of tea tree on and it'll help to make it go down overnight. You can use it on your fingernails and your toenails to keep them looking healthy and strong. I use tea tree to clean my makeup brushes. if I was really doing a deep cleanse on something, then as well as the On Guard, I would put some tea tree in there as well and just wipe the surfaces down with it. If you've got a skin irritation, or maybe you've fallen over and you've scuffed the skin, then tea tree in some water and then just dab it around will not keep it nice and clear. Another oil in our top 10 is one that's called Air. That used to be called Breathe. They've changed the name to Air, and I need to change the picture. Now you'll notice this one's only got 2 circles. We can only use this one aromatically and topically. And this is like, think of a natural Vicks. So it's one that's really going to open up the airways. It's our respiratory blend of oils. So you can mix it with a carrier oil, put some on the chest, and you'll feel yourself breathing a lot clearer. This one's really popular with the women in my oils community because it actually stops people snoring. And the way to use it is to just get a little bit of the blend on your finger and rub it on the snorer's big toe. Now, in reflexology, the big toe does represent the head, but I still had to try it. So it made logical sense, but I thought I've got to try this. So just put some on your feet at night and you'll have such a better night's sleep because you're breathing more clearly. So that blend has got laurel, peppermint, eucalyptus, tea tree, lemon, cardamom, Ravensara and Ravensara. And then we've got Digest Zen, which is now called Zen Gest. And we've got back to our 3 circles again, aromatic, topical, and internal. So this blend of ginger, peppermint, caraway, coriander, fennel, and anise, they're all really powerful oils for the digestion. So if you've got any digestive problems, so think about things like bloating, gas, indigestion. If you're feeling quite nauseous, maybe you've got a stomach bug and it's making you feel very sick, or maybe you've got constipation or diarrhea. These are the kind of things that I would use this blend to help with. And topically, you can just apply it with a carrier oil over your tummy, or you can put a drop in some water and drink it. The fennel is quite strong, so you might prefer a veggie capsule for that. But really quick to work, this one. Within a minute or 2 of using this oils, we're 100% of the time we're finding people, their symptoms are disappearing quite quickly. And then we've got Deep Blue. So Deep Blue is a blend of wintergreen, camphor, peppermint, blue tansy, German chamomile, helichrysum, and osmanthus. And this is our blend of oils that's good for muscular aches and pains or joint aches and pains. So if you do any sort of exercise, then this is nice to use on the body before and after exercise. If you've been sitting at the computer too long and you've lost yourself and you're starting to get really stiff into the neck, or what I'm seeing more and more actually are people just emotionally done with what's been going on, and a lot of people store that tension in their upper back and neck. So this is a really good one, just to blend, just to massage into that area there. Always with a carrier oil. Just take it for granted. If I'm saying topical use, then I mean mixed with a carrier. It's another one that we use for head tension because of its pain relieving properties. So just like we did with the peppermint. And a lot of my ladies use it as well if they're getting cramps, sort of monthly cramps, then it's a nice one to use on the tummy or lower back. So we've got wintergreen and camphor and peppermint. They're really good pain relieving essential oils. Chamomile is very calming. Helichrysum is nicknamed liquid stitches because of how quickly it can repair the tissue on our skin, but is our skin. So what we've got there is an oil that's very good for helping to block the pain, but while speeding up the repair as well. And just before I finish, one blend I want to leave you with is our immune defense blend that's called the Flu Bomb, FLOO. And that's because those are the initials of the oils that are in there: frankincense, lemon, oregano, and on guard. Now, if you are feeling a bit under the weather, then this is a good time to put all these 4 oils together. And if you're a teenager and above, you can use them in a veggie capsule, 2 drops of each in a veggie capsule with a glass of water. First time I tried this, I was blown away. I woke up one morning and I felt really quite poorly, very congested, a bit achy. And I thought, there's no way I can go into work today. I feel rubbish. So I remembered this. I'd been teaching this class for about 6 months. And I thought, I'm going to try it. So I put my 2 drops in, each into a veggie capsule. I took it and then I made myself get up and go into the shower. Well, by the time I got out of the shower, 5 minutes later, I looked and felt completely normal. So it wasn't even that I just felt a bit better and I struggled on. I was back to feeling like this again. And about 4 in the afternoon, I started to feel the symptoms coming back. So I took another one and that was it. Next day it had gone. And that was, I started using these oils about 3.5, 4 years ago. So I've used them on occasion since then. And every time it's had the same effect. So amazing. You don't have to be ill for weeks and weeks while your body finds the right immune defense when you've got these essential oils to help you. Now, if you're using it topically, you could add tea tree into that mix, and then you've got a flute bomb, and you could put it on topically. Now, you just would need to do it little and often throughout the day just to get the same sort of effects as internal use. So what I'd like to invite for you, if this is something that's sparked an interest, have a think about what are your top 3 health concerns that if I could recommend an oil for you would be life-changing for you. So everyone's got things going on for them, whether it's yourself or within the family. I'd love to invite you to come along and let's get together over the phone or over Zoom, and I'll give you a free consultation, which would just be my advice based on what you would like to try an oil for. A lot of the time I'll send you a little sample to try, so you can try risk-free. I'm that confident on these essential oils. So there's my number there. If you'd like to take me up on that, then just text me that you're interested and I'll get back to you later. We'll book a time in to get together. Now, some other ways that you can work with me, we've got a mindfulness and breathwork program starting on the 12th of February. This is a 30-day online program. It's called Stepping Into You. And it's a program that you can do in your own time. So it's not like you have to be on Zoom at a certain day and time. You'll have access to the modules and you'll just do them in your own time. There's because of the mindfulness side of this is all about just doing something simply. So each week you'll get a different mindfulness and breathwork technique to do, along with an essential oil. So you'll learn about the essential oil and you'll start using that with your techniques. And then the next week you'll get another mindfulness, breathwork, essential oil. So over the 30 days, you're going to learn about 4 different oils, and each week you'll get 2 different techniques. So that's something you might think, actually, I want to try essential oils, and that would be a good way to try them. My website address is at the bottom of these pages. So if you want to have a look on there, you can. So something else you might interest you, I started running Chakra Ascension online programs. I started in December with our first group, and I've taken a group through it this month. So far, we've had about 200 people go through this program, and the effects have been amazing. So this is sort of my passion, really, with the Reiki that I do. This is my area of expertise, if you like. So it's an online program. There's 10 modules. You can do it at a speed that suits you. Some people like to do a chakra a day because it takes you on a journey from the root chakra to the crown, and then you open up all the ascension chakras. And there's chakra daily activations, awakening meditations that you can listen to with your oils. Crystals, I talk about crystals in there. There's some energy techniques. Now you get, with the cost of the program, you do get the oils that you'll need to use on the program, and the prices start from £44. So again, look on the website or text me and I can send you some information on that if that's something that it speaks to you. And then brand new, we're starting the Essential Oil Alchemy group. This is with myself and a friend of mine, Olwyn Jennings, who is a spiritual mentor and guide. Now, we're very passionate about teaching about what essential oils can do for you. But what I want to start to help people do, if this resonates with you, is actually tuning into the essence of the oils. So at this meeting on the 3rd of March, we're going to use an oil called Blue Tansy. And we're going to get you, first of all, learning what's your most prominent sense. So are you somebody that sees a lot, hears a lot, feels a lot? We're going to find what your prominent sense is. because then we're going to take you on a pathwork journey to meet the essence of that oil and start really tuning in and finding out what that oil can do for you. Then we're going to compare that. So you'll learn about the physical and emotional properties of that oil from the book. And we're going to compare how that relates to what you've experienced in your meditation. So this is an hour's session. If that's something you're interested in, we'd love to have you at our launch event. And we're going to also offer a group, an ongoing group with that as well. So if you want to be with us from the beginning, then have a look on the website and you'll see some information about that as well. So there you go, that's me. If you feel inspired to become the healer in your home, then get in touch because I'd love to help you. My name's Debbie Lawrence. There's my number. There's my ways of getting in touch with me. And I'm also going to be available in a few minutes to do a Q&A with you in this event. So hopefully you'll pop on and ask me all your questions. So I'm just going to stop sharing now and take this chance to say goodbye and thank you so much for listening. I hope you've enjoyed it and I look forward to connecting with you again. Okay, bye.